I'd like to talk to you about a very unique manga and toy store, Mandarake. Oh, it's kind of a big deal here. Let's go in. I am in Mandarake, which was founded in the mid-80s here in Japan. They've got a little over a dozen stores throughout the area, and I'm in the one at Shibuya Crossing. Now, the cool thing about Mandarake is they have tons of back issues of comics and vintage toys, but one thing they specialize in that I've never heard of a store in America specializing in is what they call doujinshi, and that's essentially fan fiction. Fans will publish their own comics, and they collect these from various conventions and stuff, and they sell them here. And this fan fiction is all, well, not all, but a lot of it is based on existing properties. So technically it violates copyright law, but they allow it because it isn't being published in massive amounts, and they believe this is a source of finding talent for the future. So anyway, I just thought that was completely unique, you know, this stuff, this doujinshi. But it's a massive store. Let me just get you a few shots to show what kind of vintage comics and toys they have as well. These are early Power Rangers. I think that's the first season of Power Rangers. That's a manga. They've got some books on collecting like various old robots. And look at all this. These are all weekly Shonen Jumps.
黄色6番、黄色6番のお客様をお待たせしました。先ほどの書いているところまでごください。
1979, 1981. How far back does it go? We've got 71. Yeah, just amazing. Like really, slightly more modern. Let's see, right around here would be One Piece was debuting. Anyway, there's tons of it to look at. I have a few classic American comics that have been translated into Japanese, but it goes to more modern stuff as well. You can see they've got all the Walking Deads. Hitman, that's an interesting one. Oh, at least they've got Why the Last Man. That's a great book. So all sorts of stuff. X-Men, a lot of Marvel stuff down here. Spider-Man and X-Men stuff. They also have plenty of modern stuff. All of this stuff here is stuff that you could find on the shelves relatively recently, and it's broken out by the artist name, which is pretty impressive. If you're a fan of a particular artist, you can find their work here. There's just so much to look at. It's amazing. Here's my favorite artist, Urasawa Naoki, and they've got tons of his work. Beautiful. We've got all these vintage toys from like 70s to today. All sorts of like tags for the various manufacturers. So much fun.
Oh yeah. お客様のお許しを申し上げます。書いてある番号札は資料5番、資料
Tetsujin 13 Go, we know him as Gigantor. Classic. All sorts of vinyl vintage monsters, but I really like this section. It's just all nothing but weird Godzilla variations. Just shelves and shelves of Godzilla stuff. Hi.